Yeah, am I audible, visible?
Yes.
So shall I start right now? Yeah. It's 4. Okay. So good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Manas Naik. Pleased to be your sergeant at arms for today's meeting. Now, I am just officially opening Speaker Community Club's 24th meeting. I am really happy. Just we are chit chat on e-platforms. So there are few beautiful, wonderful people are here in this meeting. So it's a great to have you on this 24th meeting of Speaker Community Club. So in this online meeting environment, there are few instructions that we need to follow. So first we go through one by one. I request you to rename yourselves. All Toastmasters can prefix TM to your name and guest can prefix guest. I also request all the speakers and role holders to prefix their role to their name so that it is easy to identify them. I give you just 10 seconds for this activity. If you are not did it, kindly request you to do it right now. If any hurdles, then just kindly let me know. I will happy to help you. So I would request you not to type in the chat box when speaker is speaking as it disturbs the speaker. You can use the private chat to provide feedback. You are all requested to keep your audio on mute in case you aren't speaking. Please refrain your unnecessary movements or sipping on drinks if your video is on. Please turn off your video in case you need to do so. Do not click on share screen unless your speech role requires you do so. All speakers are requested to do a quick audio and video check before they start their speech. I will confirm on the setting also. If anyone need to share their screen, just let me know. If you are a speaker, then please ensure you need to pin to a timer and confirm that the same screen is visual to all of you at the same times. You can connect with me for any technical glitch. I am your sergeant at arms as well as a tech master for today's meeting. This meeting is being recorded. In case you have any reservation, please let us know. You can network after the meeting also. Here we can display hi-fi or namaste when taking over or leaving from any role. So requesting all my invisible Toastmaster also here just on the video, otherwise it will look like embarrassing for the speaker that all that audience are on they just off their videos. So requesting all of you to on their video. So let me share the mission of club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skill, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So in today's meeting, we have a gorgeous lady whose passion is coaching and guiding children, help them to achieve their education goals. Now she is reading The Power of Self-Discipline by Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy is also one of my favorite author. He wrote a lot of books, and one of my favorite book is that $1 Million Habits, and I follow that habits. And I wrote also 21 habits from his $100 million habits. So, without any delay, I just like to invite our presiding officer Madhuvani. So, just invite invite her with a lot of loves. Hand over to you, Madhuvani.
Hello, hi-fi, Manas. Good afternoon, visiting Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. A warm welcome to you all. Thank you, Toastmaster Manas, for that lovely introduction. You know, I'm always looking forward for your introduction so that I can count the adjectives you use for describing me, you know. They are increasing day by day. I'm happy for that. And Manas, as I have known him, is a very passionate Toastmaster, an ardent reader. He is right now reading Dream with Your Eyes Only, Eyes Open, right? By Roni Screwvala. And he's a very keen observer. He's a friendly Toastmaster and an efficient leader. So these are my observations. All the best to you, Toastmaster Manas, for your Toastmaster journey. Toastmasters International, through its member clubs, helps men and women learn the art of speaking, listening, thinking, which are the vital skills to promote self-actualization, enhance leadership potential, foster human understandings, and contribute to the betterment of mankind. Participation in Toastmasters, by participating in Toastmasters, we gain self-esteem, self-confidence, and assertiveness, which makes us better salespeople, better managers, better leaders, better human beings. In continuation with this, I would like to share a personal incident. While I was planning to restart my career after a 3-year hiatus after my marriage, some of my friends discouraged my decision. They said that I can't do justice to my career. I'm supposed to concentrate on my marriage rather than my career. Unintentionally, they were judgmental about me. They were unfair in doubting me. It was not totally their mistake, because our brain takes automatic snap decisions because of the biases we have in our minds. Probably they had such examples in their life which made them think so. And I had tough time to express my thoughts, to convince them and help them come out of their stereotypical biases. After I joined Toastmasters, I gained confidence. I gained confidence to express myself in any situation. It improved my interpersonal communication. It helped me to be persuasive and confident while giving speeches. Toastmasters helped me achieve my personal and professional goals. Today, I am a successful education consultant by profession. So friends, as Dr. Ruplin rightly said, the world's greatest achievers have been those who have always stayed focused on their goals and have been consistent in their efforts. I will leave you with this thought. I would now invite our very new member added to our Toastmaster family, to our Speakers Community Toastmasters family, Toastmaster Pranjal Kulkarni. Can we have on the spotlight, please? Pranjali, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Okay, please unmute. When I say I, tell your full name, and I would read the Toastmasters promise. While I am reading it, keep your right hand on the left side of your chest. After I read it, in the end, please unmute and say, I do. Shall we start? As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I,
Pranjali Pradeep Kulkarni,
promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful and constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all the members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to the club meetings and then see the benefits Toastmaster membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules of all Toastmasters education and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters' core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of Toastmasters activity.
I do.
Thank you. Thank you, and we welcome you to our club again, Toastmaster Pranjali. Hope to see you enthusiastically participating in all our club meetings. Welcome.
Thank you, Madhumani. Thank
Please
you.
give her a round of applause, please. With this, I would now be requesting the guests present in the meeting, if any. I am unable to see from here. The Zoom master can help me. They can unmute and introduce themselves. If not, then I would proceed to the.
Akarshak Tanwar.
Okay. Can
Hi.
we please request you to unmute and say what brought you here? What are you expecting from Toastmasters? Yes, please.
So hi, good afternoon. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are. Good afternoon.
I'm Akarshak. I work in Aditya Birla Housing Finance. I just moved to Mumbai last month. I have been associated with Toastmasters for like the past 2-3 years as a guest continuously because I couldn't make up my mind about it. As I mentioned on the WhatsApp group as well, that I'm finally decided to take the plunge, decide to be a full-fledged member. Hopefully, post this meeting, I would be taking the final call, obviously. And obviously, this is like a social circle, getting to learn, getting to know people, and obviously try to improve my communication skills. That's probably what I expect best, and hoping to have a fruitful experience and maybe learn from each other. Hopefully, teach something. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Great. Good thoughts, Akarshak. And we welcome you. And we also would like to see you in our club again, hopefully as a member. So all the best to you. And any other guests we have?
Hey, hi. Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Mahua. I am from Electronic City Bangalore Toastmaster Club, and I have been associated to.
You're on mute, Mahua. Yeah.
Yeah, now audible?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I am associated to Toastmaster last 3 years. Apart from that,
you went on
I am staying in Bangalore and working as a senior developer in Cognizant.
Okay, welcome, Mahua.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoy the meeting today. So, are there any more guests? If not, then we can go ahead with the meeting. Zoom master.
Yeah, hi everyone. I am Harshal. I am attending my first session of Toastmasters. Before this, I haven't attended any session. I came to know about Toastmasters from LinkedIn, and then I contacted Sharon to join this meeting. And I'm currently working as a software engineer, and I'm currently situated at in my hometown, Ujjain, which is in Madhya Pradesh. And yeah, I hope to have a fruitful experience and learn and share my learnings as well as much as I can. Hi everyone.
Yeah. Hi Harshal. Good to see you too. We also hope that you learn a lot from Toastmasters from this meeting, and it will help you in taking a call further to join Toastmasters. Please enjoy the meeting and please also participate in the table topic session, which is there in the which will be explained more by our Toastmaster of the day. So good to see you. So any other guests we have, please? Zoom master?
No.
Okay, thank you so much. So with this, I move forward. I give my stage to a very enthusiastic Toastmaster, our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Harsh. He is a chemical engineer by profession. He likes to network in free time. He is also pursuing his MBA from the Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai. So without much ado, I'm giving the stage. The stage is all yours. Over to you, Toastmaster Harsh.
Thank you, Madhumani. I hope I'm audible and visible, right? Okay. So, good evening, everyone. I'm the host for today's meeting, and it's really a great feeling all together. So, today's theme is busting the biases. So, let's talk and let's bust the biases. Biases are the part of humankind. Every second, when we make any decision in life, in one or another way, we practice the biases. So, let's be cognizant about it in order to bust it. Biases can be innate or learned. Whether you recruit someone for your organization, or you choose to be in someone's company, or to choose your friends to hang out, or you choose not to attend the boring lecture of one of the unwanted professor, you practice the bias. Now, I will take you through some of the most common biases that we perform but we are not cognizant about, starting with the confirmation bias. So, when you only pay attention to the details that you are interested in, I will give you the example, and it's a hypothetical case. I would listen to Ankit and Sachin only in this meeting because they are proving my opinions right. So this bias we are not aware about, but we are still performing it because we want to, make ourselves correct. If someone is giving such kind of view which is very resemble to us, then we are going to listen to that person. We will give that person chance, but not to others. This is the biggest hindrance that we feel, that we experience while we learning things. We have to be open, and this bias is prevalent across each and every stage, whether you are at home, whether you are in the society, or whether you are in the corporate life. This bias you will experience. Now, coming to the second bias, which is a hindsight bias. We call it I knew it all. I knew the work is going to be successful because I know successful. I know that the club will be successful. But the thing is, this kind of bias exists in the workplace. People always there to take a credit because of my career. Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible now.
Am I audible? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you are
So,
audible.
yeah. So I was discussing about the hindsight
Yeah,
bias.
you are audible.
Okay. I was discussing about hindsight bias. So this kind of attitude may hinder the learning process at both level in the society as well as at the corporate. Now coming to the very, very prevalent bias, which not only we experience, we perform, but the companies are doing, which is the anchoring bias. Anchoring bias is a tendency to overly influence by the first look, by the first number. It's all about the number game. The first number drives the negotiation. I will give you the example. In shopping, example, okay, let's assume that you're going to a shopping mall, and you one of the shop, you see that a shirt which is costing 500 rupees. All shirts are 500 rupees. You will feel that this is costly. But here, when you go to the second shop, where 5 shirts are 500, costing around 500 rupees, but 1 or 2 shirts are costing 3000 rupees. In this case, you will feel that this shop is good because they are giving you cheap products. You will definitely buy that product because you have a comparison to make. That's what the anchoring does. It gives you a dummy figure so that you can relate it, and that's where the marketers make us fool. And now talking about why does companies have three, why they every time launch the three models all together. Have you ever thought about it? Let's take an example of Apple. So let's say I'm giving a hypothetical example. Apple provides launches three models. One model is of 5,000 rupees and other is of 10,000 rupees. Then any day, 95% of the people are going to take a model which is cost around 5,000 rupees. But when they introduce a model, a dummy model, which price around 8,000 rupees, here they are fooling you, because here your anchoring bias is playing its role. What it does is, you will think that, okay, so 5,000 rupees, it's a cheap product and you are not having that much quality. You will go with 8,000 rupees thing. And as soon as you are making your mind to buy a 8,000 rupees product, you will think that, okay, why should I, resist myself to buy a top product, which is around 10,000 rupees. This thing works everywhere, be it automobile, be it mobile, or be it any kind of, the appliances that you buy in the market. again, coming to the next bias, which is the halo effect, the most common bias that we encounter every day, and it's you know it is hindering the growth of our society. You think that the person with good looking, a person who is good looking will have a good qualities. You know, you drive it you know it drives your behavior with that person, but that's not true. Qualities don't have any correlation with the physical appearance of the person. Now I will give you the real time example. You have checked out the advertisement that are in the Indian Indian I mean whatever TV and all. You will see that the perception is that believing that products marketed by attractive people are also more valuable. You know, that's the perception, and that's why the people, marketers use of this bias to just drive their sales. You won't see a person, I mean, who is not good looking into the advertisement, though there are some of the companies who are breaking the biases. You might have heard about the Dove advertisement, where they are coming with the inclusive society, and that's really great, and that's where we want to be. But still there is a long way to go. Other example I will give you about the halo effect is the movie star versus actors. Any day if you ask anyone in the society, they will consider Hrithik Roshan a star, but they will obviously consider a Nawazuddin Siddiqui an actor, because the star has the value, star has the illusion, and when you use that kind of monopoly in the market, then you will drive the sales. That's why people are mad about it. Some of the commercial movies, you will notice that many commercial movies are having their star cast very famous, because they know that if they are if they can able to pull the if they are able to drag the audiences to the theater, then they will be they are going to fill their pockets with lots of money. So this is how they use such kind of biases. Now for the benefits of the guest, I will let you know how the whole Toastmaster event works. The event is divided into the 3 parts. First one is the prepared speeches, where the people, the members are going to make a speech on some of the predefined topic. Second is the table topic round, where a person, a random topic is given and you have to speak for a particular time. Then there is the evaluation, which is the most important part. Not taking much time, I would like to introduce the 3 pillars of the whole event: the tag team, the timer, our counter, and the grammarian. I would like to start with the grammarian. So when I asked Toastmaster Sachin about the biases, he told that biases are always there, but it changes the way we think along with time and experience. According to him, biases develop based on our surrounding. With time, as we meet several people in life, it changes our perspective of looking things differently. We become more broad-minded, and accordingly, our thinking to judge someone in life first meet changes in a good way. Therefore, maybe during school, first impression is the last impression. That quote resembles my thinking, but it is not anymore. It is changing day by day. I will like to call TM Sachin to explain his role.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Good evening and welcome, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. I am the grammarian for the day. As grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any incorrect usage of the grammar, as well as any good usage of the words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day and the phrase of the day. So today's word of the day is insatiable, which means never-ending urge or impossible to satisfy. We can use it in a sentence like, we all have insatiable desire to learn something new every day, especially here in Toastmasters. And the phrase of the day is on the anvil, which means being prepared, discussed, planned, etc., but not yet ready. Like our 25th meeting agenda I told you on the group, right? Okay, so we can use it in a sentence like, plan for Goa is always on the anvil, but not for me. Okay. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day and the phrase of the day. I'll give my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin. Now I would like to call on timer of the day, Aarti. So when I asked Aarti regarding the bias, she told me that ignorance is a source of bias. If we cure that, that's nothing to fear and hate. I will like to call TM Aarti to explain her role. Aarti, over to you.
Thank you. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Friendship is the largest gift that life has offered, and I am lucky enough to have received it. Happy Friendship Day to all of us. Lost of time is never found again. At Toastmaster, time matters. Good evening, Toastmaster of the Day, Harsh, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Aarti, timer for today. I will time the prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluation session. I am not visible, right?
You are.
You are visible.
Okay. Please ensure to pin the timer. For prepared speeches, time is 5 to 7 minutes. For icebreaker speeches, time is 4 to 6 minutes. For table topics, the time is 1 to 2 minutes. For evaluators, the time is 2 to 3 minutes. Grace period of 30 seconds is given after red card. Green signal will be displayed after minimum qualifying time. Yellow screen at midpoint and red at the end of maximum qualifying time. I will give my report when called upon by general evaluator. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aarti. Now I would like to introduce our counter of the day, Toastmaster Charu. When I asked her, she told me that for her, bias is akin to a desert mirage. One should rub his or her eyes and see beyond it. I will call Toastmaster Charu to explain her role.
Hello, Toastmaster of the Day. Am I audible and visible? Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filter by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I'll also listen for filter sounds, including and I'll also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I'll report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Charu. So now it's time to introduce one of the most important role player of the event, which is the general evaluator. So today we have with us Avantika, who will play a role of general evaluator. So when I asked her about the biases, this was her reply. Biases are the most common and unavoidable. I have faced biases of color where I come from, perceptions, gender bias, biases at work, Toastmasters, and everywhere. I always challenge biases in every capacity I can, whether I'm successful or not. I will call Toastmasters Avantika to explain her role. Over to you, Avantika.
Thank you so much, Harsh, and good evening, everyone. Great to see all of you here. Today, as a general evaluator, my role will be to evaluate the proceedings of this particular meeting. At the end of the meeting, in the general evaluator segment, I will share certain observations on what each role player has done well and what is it that each of us can look forward to improve. That way, we can constantly be in the path of continuous improvement. That's it from my end. Back to you, Harsh.
Thank you, Avantika. Now, we are starting with the prepared speeches round. For that, we have our first speaker, Toastmaster Shreya. And Shreya, when I asked her about her, views on the biases. She told that when we have a preconceived notion about something, it leads to bias. We should be ready to unlearn what we have learned from the society and from our own opinion about the things by merely observing everything. So to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Shreya, we have Toastmaster Anand. I will like to call Toastmaster Anand to let us know about the objective of the Toastmaster Shreya's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Anand.
Hello everyone. Hope I am audible and visible. Yeah. So Toastmaster Shreya is attempting her icebreaker speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Timer, please note, timing is 4 to 6 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Shreya, so all the best for your icebreaker, and I hope, please check whether you are audible and visible, and you have to spotlight the timer.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Can I start?
Yes, sure.
I would like to start by asking you all a question. Would you rather go for a boring routine that makes you feel secure, or an adventure that puts your heart into your mouth but also gives you a kick? Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. I am going to speak on the topic Believe in Yourself, and my pathway is dynamic leadership. The story of my life began in 1997. I was a really quiet child, and I remember my class teacher on the last day of first class called my parents and took a promise from me that I would start speaking at least something during the classes. After a few years, it became really difficult for the monitors as well as the teachers to keep my mouth shut. Up until the age of 18, I used to believe in what others told me, never questioned why something was the way it was. I was a nerd. And yes, you guessed it right. I used to sit on the front desk, and grades were all that mattered to me. I didn't really have a vision for myself and was just following the herd. When I started with my graduation, things started to change for me. It was as if someone was cleaning my spectacles so that I could get a better view of this world. I joined various societies, and it gave me a great pleasure to work with like minded people on things that mattered a really great deal to all of us. The vision for my life was clear. I knew what I wanted from it. Though the vision was clearer, there was a thin layer of limiting beliefs that was keeping me from experiencing the magic of life. I was pursuing BCom, and most of my batchmates were taking coaching for the Common Aptitude Test. The Common Aptitude Test is the entrance exam for the prestigious IIMs, and various other colleges also accept this score. After you get through the first round, there is another round of the GDPI. So I had this thought in my mind that even if I somehow manage to clear the first one, how on earth am I gonna clear the second round of GDPI? Because of this monkey mind. But I proved it wrong. And let me tell you, it gives a great joy to prove yourself wrong. Yes, I did it. And I am elated to announce that I'll be starting with my B School journey from tomorrow. This was not the only thing that made me believe in my capabilities. There was another incident. So you can imagine how daunting a headstand would feel to somebody who had never practiced yoga before. I used to find it funny, and possibly knowing that I could never do it, I talked to various people about it, and they said it would take a minimum of a year for me to get there. Well, I knew I wanted to do it, but I was not sure about the how. I let it go, and after a year, the opportunity walked to me. I was scrolling through my Instagram feed and saw this advertisement for a 4 workshop session. It was written in bold, break through your limitations. And a girl was doing a yoga pose in the poster. I didn't know where it was leading me, but I knew it had something for me. Without even reading the description, I registered for it straight away and showed up for the meeting that was scheduled for later during that day. It almost seems magical to me now that in 4 workshops, the instructor got me to do the headstand. Though it was not perfect, it was enough to make me believe in myself. And now I see my life through my rose tinted glasses, and I am motivated to try things that are way beyond my comfort zone. So I would like to end it by asking you all, I want you all to get inspired through my story and try something beyond your comfort zone. Because, my friend, that is where the magic lies. Thank you all.
Amazing speech, Shreya, indeed. Please big round of applause to Shreya for her icebreaker speech. Now, coming to the next speech, we have our speaker two, Toastmaster Sai Kumar. So when I asked him regarding this, he gave a very short and sweet answer. Give the correct judgment who deserves. That's really insightful. Now, to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Sai Kumar, we have Toastmaster Amey. And when I asked Amey, he told that biases should be logical, scientifically driven, and acceptable for human betterment. I would like to call Toastmaster Amey to let us know the objective of Toastmaster Sai Kumar's speech.
Okay, thank you, Harsh. Toastmaster Sai Kumar is attempting his level 2 project 3 speech under the pathway dynamic leadership, and his title is mentoring. And timer, please note the timing for his speech will be around 4 to 6 minutes.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
It's 5 to 7 minutes, sorry, 5 to 7 minutes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amey. Sai Kumar, please make sure you are audible and visible and pin the timer card. Toastmaster Sai Kumar, mentoring Toastmaster Sai Kumar.
Hello, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you're audible and you're visible.
Can I start?
Yes.
Have you ever seen a butterfly? It goes from caterpillar to cocoon. Struggle to fly in the beginning, but later with practice, it flies with ease and confidence. Just like this butterfly, we grow in Toastmasters with the help of our mentor. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Every guest who become member in Toastmaster is like a crawling baby who need a supporting hand from mentor to uplift and walk throughout the journey. Just like this caterpillar, I was a crawling baby 6 years back when I joined Toastmasters. I was afraid of stage fear, speaking in front of people. 2 days after my joining, I received a mail from club vice president membership that one mentor is assigned to me. My meeting with my first mentor, Pramod, was really a nice experience. He developed inside confidence in me. He knows the positive things, he just the positive things and area of improvement, what I can do better in my Toastmaster journey. Accordingly, he planned my communication and leadership track. In the initial 3 meetings, 1 month, I was told to do tag role, timer, accounter, grammarian. My mentor and believes tag role is like admission in kindergarten in Toastmaster, where you learn the basic aspect of each and every meeting role. For every Toastmaster member, the most awaited come the icebreaker speech. I got the opportunity to give my first speech, icebreaker speech, after 1 month. My mentor reviewed my speech and gave the inputs. After the speech evaluation, general evaluation round, my mentors suggested all the things areas which I excel and area where I can do better in future speeches. It was really a motivating lesson for me, where mentor guiding you right from your first speech, each and every tag role. So my experience for first speech, what I believe, how Toastmaster envision mentoring. Mentoring is an integral part in Toastmaster journey, and applying feedback will help you to improve your communication and leadership skill. So my bonding with my mentor continued, and with the help of my mentor, I did all the club officer role, club contest season, and I completed my communication and leadership journal in Toastmasters. 2 years back, and I was selected for my district as a district officer. So that leadership journey was a very vast journey. So my fellow district officers helped me to understand the role, how your club area can grow in terms of educational session, DCP program, and in my area, out of 6 clubs, 5 clubs were president distinguished area. Even today, I continue the footsteps of my mentor, and I encourages my mentee to take up roles and give speeches. I'm the leadership mentor chair of Speakers Community Club, where I call each and every member, call your mentor. It's not just who will call first, make the first move. On the anvil, all our experience must be experience. Everyone is learning, but what mentor will do is a fine tuning, which will help you to become a good communicator and a better leader. Thank you.
Amazing speech, Toastmaster Sai Kumar. Please give him a big round of applause. So timer, can we have the timer report for both the speaker.
You are on mute, Aarti.
Toastmaster Shreya took 5 minutes 15 seconds and Toastmaster Sai Kumar took 5 minutes 49 seconds.
Thank you, timer Toastmaster Aarti. Now, Zoom Master, can we have the poll for the prepared speeches? Please let me know if you can do it now.
Harsh, we have only 2 speakers, so no poll will be required.
Okay, so no poll is required. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, poll is passed.
Yeah. So moving on, now we are up to the second part of the Toastmaster. A round that I really like personally, the table topic session. For that table topic session, we have Toastmaster Dheeraj, who will be the table topic master for today's meeting. When I asked him regarding the biases, he told that biases are mainly influenced by the person's previous experience. It's really true. It need not to be direct experience. Cultural conditioning, media portrayals, and upbringing significantly affects your bias. So now over to you, table topic master Dheeraj. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh.
Dheeraj, just 1 minute. Sorry to interrupt. So requesting all Toastmasters to kindly vote that poll is in your screen. So as of now, only 2 votes are there. Kindly complete it, please.
I think the poll is ended, Manas. Poll is ended. Let me.
Yeah.
Okay, just a second. I will relaunch it. Now I guess it will live. It is live now.
So in the meanwhile, I will start with my session. Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh, for the introduction and sharing my perspective. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I am Dheeraj Singh and I am the table topic master for the today's session. This is an impromptu speech session of Toastmaster meeting. It is an interesting session which will give you a chance to the Toastmaster and guests to hone their listening, thinking, organizing, and speech delivery skill. For the table topic, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. Green screen to be shown at after 1 minute, yellow after 1.5 minutes, and red after 2 minutes. A grace period of 30 seconds is given to qualify for the vote. Speaker has to speak minimum for 1 minute to be applicable for voting. All the speakers are requested to use the word of the day, that is insatiable, and the phrase of the day, that is on the anvil. I encourage members and guests to volunteer for the session. Now let us begin with the session. Do we have any volunteer for this session? Yeah. Okay, so we have guest Akash Tanwar. Let's have a quick audio video check. Guest Akashak.
Hi, I hope I'm audible.
Are you able to see the timer card? Timer, please share your screen. So Toastmaster Akarshak, your topic is bias or prejudice you experienced in your first job. I repeat, bias or prejudice you experienced in your first job. Guest Akarshak.
Okay, thank you. So I started my career in the banking industry, then I moved to the telecom industry. Being a young person in the company, I obviously did not have a lot to deal with in the initial days, but definitely because of the cultural policies or the people that tend to overshadow you and the people who have been there for a while, biases were definitely incorporated in the system. Unfortunately, they were seeping in and they were affecting a lot of people within the system. The fortunate part is that it didn't affect me personally, but definitely I had a lot of people, like I had to watch a lot of people going through it, and I definitely helped them through it whenever I could. Biases are something which are obviously dependent on the person in question, and if we are striving to work towards it as a community, we can definitely improve upon it. In my first job, I didn't see a lot of it because it was an MNC. Once I moved to the second corporation, it was an Indian company, and no offense meant to anyone in particular, but we have this system of following something which the other person has been doing. So if someone has done something bad for you, you tend to do that repeated mistake for the next person. So if it's kind of a repeated looping system, and definitely if you have this hunger and this hunger cannot be quenched so easily. Like this insatiable desire to do something good for the community is not going to help stand alone. You need to strive together, work together, and help improve it. So I think biases and prejudices are definitely there. For me, it wasn't there, like it was probably 10%, but definitely it was there for the job for other people. And I hope I did something better. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Akarshak. That was a wonderful speech and a compelling argument. I agree that we should support the people who to overcome the biases they face in their job. So do we have another volunteer? Could anyone volunteer? Okay, so we have
Pranjali is there.
Okay. So Pranjali, are you able to hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I am
Pranjali,
able to hear you.
Okay. So are you able to see the timer card?
Yes.
So the topic for you is beauty bias. I repeat, beauty bias. Toastmaster Pranjali.
Just give me a second.
Pranjali, you are not audible. You are on mute. Hello, Pranjali.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to adjust the network setting.
Please go ahead.
Yes. Shall I start?
Yes, sure.
I'll repeat the topic just for confirmation. Beauty bias, right?
Yeah.
That is, we always come in front of our journey in life. Many beauty biases, especially about women. Also, we have heard recently in the news, brand beauty, Fair and Lovely changing its name to some other name only because of the word fair, not to get the bias about fair and unfair skin color of the woman. So we always come across such biases, which are obviously not very welcome, because a person's image or his personality is more of how he is inside than how he looks outside. And I firmly believe it is true for women as well, because they present themselves to be very beautiful in nature and behavior. Not only looking beautiful is important. So biases based on the beauty of people have a very wrong impression in the society and profession as well. Addition to that, I like to give the example of biasing on beauty for the products as well. Many products are beautified, but they are very less useful in real life. So even for the products, and while choosing the items when we buy them, we have to go for the usefulness, advantages, disadvantages against the beauty and packing of the product. So overall, I like to conclude that only the external beauty or the look of the person or a item does not describe its actual requirement. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranjali. I totally agree that the external beauty is not all about the personality. Internal personality and emotions also matters. Do we have volunteers? Okay, I can see Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Manas. So Toastmaster, can we have a quick audio video check?
Yeah, am I audible, visible?
Yeah, you are audible and visible. So are you able to see the timer card?
Yes.
Okay, so the topic for you is when nothing goes right. I repeat, when nothing goes right. Toastmaster Manas.
Once upon time, I just started my own business by the little learning, little experience. But thing is that, at the end, it goes something worst. But it is not like that, insatiable. Why? Because I have something little experience, I have something little knowledge. As at the end, I came to know. And I cannot say that it is not it goes wrong with me. It's not right with me. But yes, I learned a lot. And with that learning, after failure of such after lost a lot of money and lot of efforts is more than that money. So I learned a lot. And thing is that at the end, it's, that I can say that good. And during that journey, after failure to restart, it is just on the anvil path. I searched a lot of things. I will do this thing, I will do that things. And a lot of people said just message with me that, Manas, you need to go that. You need to go for that. But yes, definitely I will go with my mind only. And it's the end that my mind win and all people are failed. Right now I am called as a, I stand in one point. So thank you Toastmaster Dheeraj for the wonderful topic.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Manas. It's nice to listen your entrepreneur journey and your experience. Okay, so do we have another volunteer? Yeah, I can see evaluator 2, Amay. Okay, so Amay, let's have a quick audio video check.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are audible and visible. And
yes.
Are you able to see the timer card?
Not yet. I can see white. I can see
white. Okay.
White. Yeah.
Okay.
Now green, yellow. Yes. I can see.
Yes. So the topic for you is prejudice is the child of ignorance. I repeat, prejudice is the child of ignorance. Toastmaster Amay.
Prejudice is the child of ignorance. Yeah, it is quite true. We, since childhood, are subjected to a lot of prejudices. And these prejudices often act as an examination to us. These prejudices throw us challenges as we grow in our life and we desire to achieve any commitments or the outcomes which we have planned. So these prejudices are, first of all, should be studied, they should be analyzed, and they should be taken as a challenge. Once we took prejudices as a challenge, and if we go deep, realizing ourselves and preparing ourselves to face these challenges, then there will be no feeling of ignorance. Like, let me give you an example. I was pretty shy in school as well as in college. And then I was subjected to a lot of prejudices by my colleagues, my parents, my relatives. And then there was that insatiable urge in me to study these prejudices and to overcome this and defeat this to get to my outcome. Then suddenly I realized I found myself amongst the like-minded people, wherein they would share to me their experiences on how they were able to overcome the prejudices, and hence they were not ignorant to it. So if you continue with your prejudices, at some moment of time, you feel depressed, you feel dejected, and you won't be able to cross hurdles in your life. So this kind of ignorance which the prejudices brings has to be ignored. So if it is ignored, then definitely we can prove this thought wrong. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ame, for the wonderful speech. And I agree that prejudice should be taken as like a challenge. I remember our last webinar, a person who was a PhD person, and he created a unicorn, $1 billion company, and no one in the beginning believed him. So, okay, so do we have another volunteer? Anyone?
You can go.
I have one more. I have one more topic. So I will choose from the guest. Anyone from the guest side interested? See, leadership all about communication and confidence. This is the time where you can show both the things, confidence and communication. Anyone from the guest, and otherwise I will pick myself. Okay, so just a minute. Okay, so I can see Ashi. Ashi, am I audible to you? Harshal is there. Zoom Master, can you help me with this? Is there anyone from the guest? Okay, Harshal is there.
Yeah.
Harshal, so please have a quick audio video check.
Yeah, am I audible and visible?
Okay, and are you able to see the timer cut?
Yeah.
Okay, so topic for you is only dead fish swim with the stream. I repeat, only dead fish swim with the stream.
Okay.
Over to you, guest Harshal.
Good afternoon, everyone. So my topic for today is only dead fish swims with the stream. So like in today, wherever we are, whether at home or at the workplace, we are many times convinced by others to act according to their will or wishes. Like whenever if we are in a conversation with someone, or if we are in a meeting, everyone tries to put their views out. And in this case, if we are not vigilant and conscious, then we might harm ourselves, but by not putting out what we feel and going with everyone else's views. So it's important that we also put out what we feel in a way that is acceptable to everyone, and try to explain our reasons try to explain the reason why we feel a particular thing, and then have a discussion on what is the right thing to proceed in a situation, instead of just going with everyone else's opinion. So yeah, I would like to conclude by saying that it is very important to express yourselves instead of going with everyone else's thoughts, if we want to progress in any place in today's time. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, guest Harshal. That was a wonderful speech, and I agree that we should fight our fear, because risk hai to ishq hai. Okay, so timer, do we have a timing report? Please put forward the timing report.
Guest Akasha took 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Pranjali took 2 minutes 3 seconds. Toastmaster Manas took 1 minute 50 seconds. Toastmaster Ame took 2 minutes. Guest Harshal took 1 minute 50 seconds. Over to you.
Okay, so Zoom Master, can we please raise the poll for this session? Is it over? Okay,
Yeah.
so now I hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Harsh.
Thank you, Dheeraj. And now continuing with this, our theme, I would like you all to read the 2 paragraphs. I will share the screen. You have to just read the paragraph. It's just a 1 minute read. I will ask few questions, right? And then I will reveal the results. So here's something that you have to read. I guess the screen is visible, right? Hello.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, is
Okay.
it visible?
Yeah, so please read these 2 paragraphs and remember it. Let me know when you are done. Okay, so I'm stop sharing. I hope you have read the case. Okay. Guys, please respond.
Yes, yes. Majority of us has
Okay.
read the
Yes, read.
Okay, sure. Now, okay, so I will ask a question. Any one of you can just raise a hand and start answering. The first question is, why do you think it was difficult for Madhu to get the multi-billion-dollar project? Why do you think it was difficult for Madhu to get the multi-billion-dollar project? Any answer, whatever you think, just speak out. I have 4 questions. I will ask 4 different people.
Yeah, can I?
Yes, yes, go ahead, Amey.
Okay, well, what I feel is that she's already shifted from Delhi to Mumbai. So maybe the city is new and then hence the challenges. So also she is a single parent and she has a 4-year daughter to raise. So majority of her mindset or her thoughts are over to her child. She is oriented towards her child strongly, and amidst this, to continue the living, she also has to not skip this, like not she has to continue with this offer, which is again a good offer, and she cannot afford to lose it.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Now, next question to the Pranjali. She has raised the hand. If a case had to be built for allowing a maid, what should be the 2 key points put forward in order to convince the society office bearer to ease up the restrictions?
Yeah, she could have convinced the office bearers telling that she is a single parent and she doesn't have any other household help like elderly grandmothers, grandfathers in the house, and she is already a working woman. and she may have opted for a full-time maid who can stay with her if the really conditions suffice and if such facility available for her, and she could have gone to the authorities and got this thing available for her. That would have helped her.
Yeah. Thank you, Pranjali. Next question is, I will be very quick. Do you think this incident would lead to the manager second guessing on whether the multi-billion dollar project should have been allocated to Madhu in the first place? I will reiterate. Do you think this incident would lead to manager second guessing on the whether the multi-billion dollar project should have been allocated to Madhu in the first place? Anyone from the guest or the members can answer.
Can I answer, Harsh?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So I believe a traditional manager will think like that. However, many organizations are very empathetic these days. Just because a woman is single, just because she's a single mother, she doesn't have to explain herself so much in front of a corporate. And organizations today have to better their policies towards empathy, towards employees. And that is the first and the most important thing any organization, a lot of them are doing today, but more have to follow that path. The pressure shouldn't be on the single woman or the single the single mother or the single father for that matter, right? Why should it be only the single mother? It can be the single father too who's going through things, right? It's no different. So policies have to be better. It certainly has to be raised, and everything cannot be solved by the individual, and it need not be done.
Right. Now coming to the last question, should organization provide help in some ways so that such situations can be correctly dealt with? Should organization provide help in some ways so that such situations can be correctly dealt with? Anyone can answer? That's the last question.
Example of what is happening at my organization itself. We have a lot of policies. We're helping out single parenting, right? And policies which are extremely forward, work from home options, not just in COVID times and even outside, are available. And the only way we can constantly improve on these policies if we come together and discuss about it and what else has to be better. Day one, no policy is going to be perfect. So
yeah,
that's just what I think.
Thank you, Avantika. I'm going to share something, and it's just a 1 minute. Okay, so brace for it. Now I would request people. Are you able to see the something on the screen? Right?
Yes. Yes.
Please respond. Okay.
Yes.
Sound is visible, right? It was visible. Audible. Sorry, I'm really sorry.
ये हो गया.
Is it audible?
Yes.
Yes, audible.
ये हो गया. Complete and recommended promotion list.
Thank you. Kiran.
Yeah, it's lagging.
Star of Rajat Sleep. Let's go.
Try to replay it, Harsh. I think his network is not proper.
Yeah.
Fresher है पर रजत को पूरा भरोसा है सर. जब देखो they're working together. Not just in office, huh?
Seems to be very interesting one, but it's lagging.
He has dropped out from the meeting.
Yeah. Till he resumes, shall we start the general evaluation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we welcome the general evaluator of today, Toastmaster Avantika. Please give your report. Over to you, Toastmaster Avantika.
Thank you so much, Madhumani, and good evening, everyone. We started off when it was about early evening, and now lovely to see all of you again. Hope you are getting hooked onto the subject, with, of course, Harsh is talking about. I see a lot of interesting chats going on around assuming certain gender and everything. I'm sure Harsh is going to come back and talk about it. But without further ado, let's have a look at what our evaluators have to say about the speeches we heard today. So, friends, let's put our hands together and welcome the first evaluator, Toastmaster Anand. Over to you.
Hello, am I visible?
Could you unmute yourself?
Yes, am I visible and audible?
Manas could confirm that.
Just a minute. Actually, your video is not there, Anand.
Is it?
Yeah, just right now it is came.
Okay.
So just a minute, Anand. Aarti, can you stop that? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, go ahead, Anand.
Okay. Hope I am visible and audible. I will proceed. Toastmaster Shreya, I really enjoyed listening to your speech. Thank you for sharing your story. That was a well-delivered speech. I observed how you started your speech and connected with your audience by beginning with a question. And this got me hooked on right from the beginning of the speech. I like the way how you structured your question by allowing the audience to react to choosing for whether either a boring life or an adventurous life. So kudos to you for engaging the audience. As an icebreaker speech, you shared your childhood details, your journey from childhood, challenges you faced while growing up and studying, breaking out from the crowd and setting your own vision. And this is essential for the audience to know you. Through your stories, your go-getter attitude and insatiable hunger for excellence, which has helped you overcome your challenges, be it getting into a B school, being able to do a yoga headstand in 4 sessions. Your speech indeed did emphasize believing in yourself throughout the speech. On the delivery part, I like the way how you used hand gestures to emphasize certain important points like break through your limitations, and you use your hand gestures over that. Really like that when you want to emphasize that. So let me once again congratulate you for delivering your icebreaker speech. Now, I just don't want to confine you to your strong points, but I also want to refine you. So here are some recommendations. In the beginning of the speech, when you were asking the question and interacting with the audience, you asked whether a boring life or an adventurous life, and then the audience reacted and responded. One thing you could do is probably see, okay, I can see in the chat box, audience person 1, person 2 has said adventurous life, and then you could have responded back. So it creates a connect, and then the audience could react more once again. So that's nice. That's on the content part and the connectivity part. On the delivery part, when you're saying you are doing a headstand or yoga headstand, you could dramatize it, probably using your hand gestures again. And that could again see an impact. So we're going to take 2 or 5 seconds extra. You had some time in your speech as well. So you could emphasize and dramatize that part as well. So to summarize, I like the way how you from one part of the speech to another with smooth transitions. This helped me to follow the flow of your speech. Nice content. I thought it was particularly effective the way you summed up your speech and gave a call to action to come out of your comfort zone. Again, I would request one and all to come out of your comfort zone and give a standing ovation to Toastmaster Shreya for delivering her icebreaker speech. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Anand, and thank you for pointing out that the speaker has just completed milestone. Friends, if you don't know, this is the first speech every Toastmaster makes in their journey of public speaking. Congratulations, Shreya, once again on kickstarting your journey with this community. All right, let's move on. The next speaker is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Amey. Over to you, Toastmaster Amey.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, General Evaluator. First of all, I would like to tell all of you that Toastmaster Sai Kumar started with a question. And this question which he asked was that how does exactly a butterfly has to experience its evolution or different stages in his life. So on the same lines, he explained his journey wherein he learned different leadership and mentoring skills in the Toastmasters. He began his speech by saying that 6 years back, he was he started his Toastmasters journey, and just as a crawling baby, which just starts to face new challenges, he tries to get up and then he tries to walk, he tries to run. In the same way, Toastmaster Sai Kumar also experienced these challenges through his journey 6 years back till now. And he said that he had stage fears and he was not confident enough to speak amongst the people. And in that, he got a mentor. So that mentor helped him to first take up the roles of a tag team player. And this tag team laid a strong foundation for him to grow in Toastmasters. So I'm sure that he must have taken all the roles throughout his journey. And then he started with a tag role player, as I said. After 1 month, he had his icebreaker speech. And again, the same mentor helped him to structure the speech, design the speech, understand the audience, and what exactly parts should he include is in his icebreaker speech. Then one important thing was that he started taking up the challenges, and he said he took the role of roles in club contest. Then he even took club officer's role, and then he was mentored with many mentors, basically in the district officer level. So he mentioned that 5 clubs were president distinguished clubs, and he summed up his speech properly. What I like was his delivery and the calmness with which he delivers the speech. His body language was fantastic, and whatever he wanted to the message which he intended to give to the audience was very much successful enough. And all I would say that I wish him a very happy journey for his insatiable urge to excel in Toastmasters. One thing would be better that if he had explained the role of leadership or the kind of mentoring skills he implemented in the professional life, then we all must have come to know that how exactly Toastmaster has influence in professional life as well. So all I would like to say is I wish him a good luck in his journey in Toastmasters. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Amey, for giving that evaluation to Sai. Sai, I hope some of those points are certainly helpful. I agree to one of the points which Amey mentioned is maybe you could also take the reference of Toastmasters mentoring and apply to the professional impact that you made. So beautiful point made there by Amey. Let's move on. Well, how do we know how we are faring if we don't call our timer to know how our evaluators have performed in the timing spec? Please help me welcome Toastmaster Aarti.
Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator. Evaluator Toastmaster Anand took 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Toastmaster Amey took 3 minutes. Both qualified.
Thank you so much, Aarti. Short and sweet in delivering your report. All right, do we have the poll link launched right now or later?
We can launch right now.
All right, great. Manas, let's take a few seconds to launch the poll.
Sorry. Yes. Poll is launched.
Great. Team, take about 10 seconds. Cast your ballot or a vote.
Yes, we end up that poll.
Thank you so much, Manas, for doing that for us. Now it's time to hear from our counter to know what are the filler words, what are the crutch sounds that we are constantly using, and what can be better upon. Please put your hands together. Let's welcome our counter. Over to you, Charu.
Hello, thank you, General Evaluator. I will start by sharing my screen. Let me know once it's visible to all of you. So is my screen visible to all?
Yes.
All right. So Toastmaster Manas, you use the crutch words so once, you know thrice. Toastmaster Madhuvani, you use the crutch word so once and 2 repetitions. Toastmaster of the day, Harsh, you used the crutch word so once, you know 8 times. Filler words 5 times and 3 repetitions. Toastmaster Aarti, you used 1 short pause and 1 long pause. Toastmaster Avantika, you used filler words twice. Toastmaster Shreya, very good speech. You used just 4 short pauses. Toastmaster Sai Kumar, you used 2 short pauses. Toastmaster Amay, you used crutch word you know once and filler word twice. Toastmaster Anand, you were spot on. And Toastmaster Pranjali, you used the filler word 4 times, 1 repetition, 1 short pause, and that's it. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Charu, for sharing those details. I love the way you've put together that Excel file. It's a very clear indication. Visual always speaks. So beautifully put together. I also know what are the keywords. What are the filler words I'm using, and so are the other speakers using. So beautiful job in doing that. One recommendation for you is if you can also include the guests in that and just call out, because it's an Excel file, you don't have to read all the line, but it's okay. I mean, it's here and there as well. But if you have certain higher words, you can just call that out, right? So that's just one thing, but beautiful work there. Let's move on. We finished the report from the timers. We finished the R counter report. And also we have finished the report from the evaluators. It's time to hear from the grammarian. Please put your hands together. Let's find out how the favorite word of the day has been used. Sachin, it's your turn.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Avantika. So I'll just start by telling that 5 people have used the word of the day, that is Akarsak, Manas, Amay, Anand, and me myself. And phrase of the day has been used by me myself. And some of the good words that have been used during the whole meeting, that Madhuvani has used ardent, stereotypical biases, adhere. Hers has used prevalent, preconceived notions. Shreya has used word daunting. Sai Kumar, ambition, integral. Akarshak have used overshadow. Amay has used the word dejected, impute. Harsh has used the word vigilant. Pranjali has used suffice. Anand has used confined. And some of the phrases that has caught my attention by all the speakers and the role players, that Madhuvani has used the phrase unfair and doubting, focused on the goals. Harsh has used to be cognizant, drive the sales, drag the audience. Akash has used to take a plunge. Shreya has used a phrase like following the herd, or the like-minded people. Same has been used by Anand also. And also she has used way beyond my comfort zone. Anand has also said one more phrase, that is call to action. Some of the incorrect uses are one of the shop. That is not one of the shop, we call it one of the shops. Anyways is not a word, we call it anyway. He know my area of department. He knows my area of department. Footsteps on my mentor. Footsteps of my mentor, right? by the little learning, by a little learning. Many are times, many are time, because times is plural, or a is singular. So many are time. To choose a life, sorry, to choosing a life is not correct. We have to use to choose a life. Poll is launched. Poll has been launched. Thank you. And over to you, Avantika, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Sachin. Very well, I can understand one thing. You were carefully listening to all the speakers today, carefully captured details about what are the words used by all of them. I also like you called out the incorrect usage, but you never mentioned the name of the people who used incorrect, which is very beautifully done as well. What I think you can do, think about is when you say Avantika, for example, Avantika has used this, Anand has used this. Just consolidate it and say it. Anand used these many words. So that saves you time. You don't have to repeat the name multiple times, you know. So that's just one thing. That's it from the R counter, grammarian, and the timer and the evaluators. Now it's time to know how we did today in our session today. So let's hear it. Okay. Now, what did I think about the theme? I love the theme. Bias is a favorite topic which people tend to ignore. Hard topic to talk about. Good material, well researched by Harsh. So kudos on that segment for you to use that, right? What I think is in terms of you introducing the speakers, you did quite well there. However, there's something that you can do better. One is always introduce the speaker after an evaluator is giving the speech objectives. Because in the first speaker's case, she asked you, can I begin? You have to set the stage for a speaker. You have to say, Toastmaster Shreya, your speech is titled so and so, your path is this. You have to say that. Because then the speaker, they can skip that. And she ended up repeating it in her speech. That's number one. You also, and this is a comment I would say for most of the role players. You said, can we have the spotlight on the timing cards? Can we do this? You don't have to say this multiple times. This is a general comment to all of them. The reason why people are asked to join 5 or 10 minutes early is because you do all of these pre-checks there. This meeting has to be smooth. You don't have to come in front of the screen and say, are you able to see me? Are you able to hear me? And every time a speaker is doing it, it's noise. You kind of lose the flow of it. If somebody can't see you, they'll tell you. The Zoom master will tell you. If somebody can't hear you, they will tell you. So this way, when you are starting your speech, you can start with the bang that you really intend to start with. All right, so just something to think about. I also noticed, okay, now coming over to the table topic segment. We are talking about, I felt there was a good mix of individuals, called out, executed well. Since we are on the topic of bias, I also felt when the speaker Pranali was called in, there was a beauty specific topic which is given. And somewhere or the other, I feel as people, we tend to think that as women, you should give only beauty topics. And as other genders, you should give other topics. So I think that's a bias. And I think we should sort of address that and not do that. And it's just an observation I thought I'll share. You did very well, Dheeraj, when you called the speaker twice. Beautifully done. And also, I specifically like that, Timod Harsh had raised his hand, and Harsh was also very matured enough to give other individuals a chance to speak. So beautiful tandem between both of them to do that. In terms of the theme that was taken and the topics, beautifully aligned, right? You very often you find sessions where people have the theme and the table topics as two different things, but this is very well aligned, beautifully done, Dheeraj, on that level, right? I think other than that, I think you've done it quite well. The same observation, like I said, don't constantly say, can you see the timer cards? Those are instructions given by the Sergeant at Arms. In the start of the meeting, you can save time. You can utilize that time to explain the theme and use that time wisely, right? So that's the couple of observations on the Toastmaster of the day, as well as the Table Topics Master. It's also time for me to give you what I observed about the Sergeant at Arms. I felt the Sergeant at Arms is Manas has done a beautiful job. He started off the meeting at on time, done really well there. Also launching polls, executing it. It's not very easy when you have to listen into interesting session and also keep the polls running. So beautifully done there. What I think you can improve upon is, one, when you have guests, people don't know how to applaud. You have different ways of applauding. You can applaud like this, you can applaud like this, you can use a Zoom button. So share that, because when you share that, you are leading from front when you're applauding. And Toastmasters, whether you share your video or you don't share your video, is all about that interactive experience. If you can't share your video here, or if you can't experience that cross-cultural, the empowering platform, you're not going to use it. So that is one. Please share that observation, or share how do you applaud that. One more point is, you mentioned it is embarrassing if you don't switch your video on. That's not right statement. If people cannot switch it on, it's okay. Encourage them, but try and avoid saying it is embarrassing for the speaker, because when the speaker is coming in, if they don't switch it on, this might play in the back of their mind. Other than that, Manas, well done. Keep that energy level flowing, continue to smile, and continue to do what you're doing well as well. I will also share one general feedback in terms of the club. The meeting has started beautifully. Madhuvani, you did really well in terms of setting the context, talking about induction of the member, right? Done really well, because that kind of gives people an idea of what really Toastmasters is. The oath is quite interesting as well. So you did a part of it as well. I love that you started off with your personal story, and nothing is more inspiring than a personal story. So beautifully shared, and thank you for doing that. You also introduced the Toastmaster of the day very well. I find this quite often sometimes when a presiding officer, I've seen this in some of the clubs where people just say, let's welcome, for example, they'll be like, let's welcome Avantika. This person doesn't need introduction. We are here in Toastmasters. We have to, it's a practice we learn to take outside. So whether we know the person or we don't know the person, introduction helps. And Madhuvani, you did that beautifully today. And so did Harsh, when you brought up, when you had to speak, you had the intros in place, but it was here and there. But Madhuvani, beautiful job doing that. Last but not the least, couple of observations to the entire group. One of the important parts in Toastmasters is two things that you get free in Toastmasters. Applaud when a person comes on the screen, and applaud when the person leaves the screen. It's encouraging. Even if I'm coming on the screen and I just forget my speech, it's okay. But I know I'm being in an environment which is safe, and everybody is encouraging me. So please continue to do that in the ways that I've mentioned. And when you do your audio checks before the meeting, please avoid doing it during the meeting. You're repeating the task, right? So those are a couple of things. And last but not the least is one more thing. So a lot of you keep saying, I want to now talk about, I want to now conclude. I'm going to now do this, right? Don't do that. You're losing the suspense. It's like watching a movie and saying, I'm going to kill this person. So make your transition much more seamless, much more smoother. And I think you can use various tools in Toastmasters for that. So that is just something I observed. And other than that, that's it from my end. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Oh, okay. So there is one more poll that we have to launch. So Manas, thank you for sharing that. Let's go ahead and launch the poll for the best auxiliary role player. We'll take about 10 seconds for all of you to vote in. Thank you. Manas, do we have any other polls, or are we good on the polling side? Perfect. Team, just one point to note is when we hand over, right, to other individuals, we always tend to say, let's hand it over to the general evaluator and everything, or whoever it is. But in a corporate life, or if you're going to look at a Toastmaster of the day and emceeing it or hosting it elsewhere, you ideally refer to a person by their name. So that's just one observation as well, that you could think about using a person's name. It adds a lot of personal touch and connect and helps you remember the individuals as well. That's it from my end. I'll now hand it formally back to the Toastmaster of the day to run the next session. Back to you, Harsh.
Thank you, Avantika. Quite insightful comments and suggestions. I would once again share the video where we left. Bad luck on my side due to the network connectivity. So here we go again.
ये हो गया। पर रजत को उस पे पूरा भरोसा है सर। And जब देखो they are working together. Not just in office, huh? They spend weekends also on work. On discussions, brainstorming sessions, या some presentations. सबसे पहले ऑफिस आते हैं, सबसे लेट निकलते हैं. For them, it's all about work, sir.
हम भी देखें रजत का recommendation.
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, किरण को अंदर भेजना.
Sure, sir.
Thank you. Everyone, this is Kiran.
So here is the catch. It is gender bias, the most prominent bias that we see in the corporate, in the society. So let me tell you. So I have presented a case study, right? The Madhu's dilemma, and now I'm revealing the truth. And Akarshak, he was aware about it, and that Madhu is a man. And generally, we never recognize it. You know, we are not gender neutral. Whenever we read something, we think it in a particular way. And this was the case study. This was a project that I did in my last semester. And I will tell you, in my class, 100% of the people were not able to recognize it. And then we make them aware that, okay, this is something that we need to be aware about, right? And even if I talk about myself, before coming to TISS, I was not aware. I was not that, aware about how to go with such kind of thing, how to say in public. But when I went there, when I interacted with the people, I got to know that you have to be gender neutral. You must say he, she. You know, some of the case studies that we talk, like there is a Uber. We did another case study where we presented a story of Uber driver, and people get that. Whole class represented it as he, not she. So every time, like we go in the society, such kind of things are there. We are not aware about where we are making mistake. We need to be cognizant about it. Now coming to the statistics, this is the data that I took from some of the prominent websites. 40% of the men and women notice a double standard against the female candidates. As many as 85% of the women missed out on a raise, promotion, or a work offer because of the gender in India, according to the LinkedIn Opportunity Index 2021. More than 37% of the women said they get paid less than men. 22% of the working women said their companies exhibited a favorable bias towards the men at work. 37% of the India's working women said they got fewer opportunities than men. And here we need to stop gender bias now. This is it from my side. I would like to pass on a stage to Madhuvani. Over to you, Madhuvani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh. I don't want to ask, am I audible? I know you're all smiling, so I am audible. So it was a great learning and something which we knew, but yeah, I can see the heart of Avantika. Yeah. So thank you, Harsh, for introducing and for making us think in those lines and taking it forward. Yes, I am aware of the time. Somebody has pinged me already. So let us go to the results. If the certificates are ready, Toastmaster Manas, we go to the results. Otherwise, we are ready to pose.
Can you go for the one poll, best role player?
Okay, we'll go to the auxiliary first role player. Okay, we go to the best role player. We have again 10 seconds. So we will vote now. Yes, I am done. Please vote. Please tell me if we are done.
Yeah, we are done.
We are done.
Yeah, we are done.
Okay, so we have to pose now. Shall we pose for the picture, please? I request all of you. Let us click a picture. So this is done by Toastmaster Sachin. Thank you so much, Sachin. We are all ready. Yes. Tell me. Thank you so much, Sachin. Yes, I'm sure it's going to be the best one. So let's go to the results. To the first one, we will be first congratulating whom? The first speech given, the first ever speech given by Toastmaster Shreya. Are we presenting the certificate?
Just
It is
a
our
moment.
icebreaker speech. Yes. Pranjali, so this is the welcome certificate to Toastmaster Pranjali. We welcome you again to our Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. We hope to see you in all our meetings, Pranjali. Please participate and take up roles, give speeches, and we would like to know more from you. Congratulations and welcome to our club again, Pranjali.
Thank you, Madhuvani ji.
Welcome. You can call me Madhuvani by my first name. Thank you. Next, we are now going for the next best role player, auxiliary role player. Is it Toastmaster Sachin? Wow, the grammarian of day. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sachin. Well deserved. Okay, so there you are, Akarshak. Are you happy? Congratulations, best table topic speaker of the day.
Thank
So
you.
you're taking away the certificate from most of our members who are actually waiting, are expecting this. Well done, but you did it well.
I apologize for that. I'll make up for it next week.
No, that's okay. That's okay. But we are also happy for you. We welcome you and we congratulate you. Well done, Akarshak. So yeah, best speaker. So we will be awarding first the best speaker and then the first icebreaker speech certificate, isn't it, Manas?
Yes, yes.
We are going in that order. Okay. He is very happy in presenting you. So am I. Shreya, all the best and congratulations for being the best speaker of the day. And yes, your speech was awesome. Great. We learned a lot and we got to know more about you, Shreya. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So there you are, Toastmaster Anand. After the hectic celebrations yesterday, you are here to take the best evaluator certificate with you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Congratulations to Anand. Okay, best role player. This is well deserved. And yes, are we showing the certificate? This is shared between, it's a tie between Toastmaster Harsh and Toastmaster Avantika. Congratulations to both of you, well deserved. Good to see you, good to hear both of you today. It was great. We have learnt a lot from Avantika today and also Harsh. He has also introduced, in fact, he has given a great insight into this topic. I'm sure going to research on this and know more. And thanks a lot for starting this. There you are. Always Shreya is not happy, not satiated with one certificate. Every time she comes, she needs more than one. So there you are. Congratulations, Shreya, for your first icebreaker speech. Many more to go. So see you again. Thank you all. Thank you all. Is it done? So thank you so much for being a part of our 24th meeting. Thank you so much, our general evaluator, for taking out time and giving us so many suggestions and so many points where we can improve upon. And I also thank our Toastmaster Anand, who has been taken out time and he has been evaluator of today's meeting. So see you all. I would request all of you to be a part of our forthcoming meetings and give us a lot of tips on how to improve and how to move ahead. So with this, are we done, Manas? Toastmaster Manas?
Yeah, just can you take one picture?
Acha, you weren't there? Oh, I'm sure he wasn't there, so he wanted one more. Let us say, please, I request all of you to again pose for the picture.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So I declare, are we done? Okay, I declare the meeting number 24 closed. So thank you so much. Let's clap for all of us.